Smart storage. The stairs take up a lot of space. The cabinets aren't very compact either. Why not combine them into one unit that serves both functions? Especially since there's a company called Smart Storage that can do it in just one day. Depending on the size of the stairs, the company can create a wardrobe with any number of drawers and additional space for storing long clothing. The wardrobe can also be crafted in any style. Here, the manufacturer is limited only by the owner's imagination and budget. After installation, one might wonder, how strong is this setup? The company claims that each drawer beneath the stairs can withstand up to 77 pounds, ensuring the cabinet won't buckle under the weight of various items. VersaRac Pro. Where to put the stuff from the garage, which often becomes the only remaining free space? One option is to pay $260 and store them under the ceiling. This storage spot can hold 800 pounds of all sorts of things that'll fit on a 4-foot wide and 8-foot long platform. Also, the shelf height is adjustable so you can stack a lot of light items. Besides, if you don't try to cram in the uncrammable, you won't need to worry about any items dropping on the car. Thanks to the 2-layered wire mesh, the hanging shelf can hold the specified weight, and thanks to the 1.6-inch rim, nothing will fall out. If there's still not enough space to store endless boxes and other things, the solution from New Age can connect with other similar shelf. You can just keep going until everything you need is stored under the ceiling. Recyclit. Recyclit brought the garbage chutes directly into the kitchen. You can install a single chute depending on the size of the container and the length of the chute. The cost will range from $950 to $1,600. If needed, there's an option to install a double system costing from $1,900 to $4,300. The company also offers a version with 3 trash tunnels. In that case, the price starts at $2,850 and can go up to $4,800. No matter how many chutes there are, the system is easy to use. You open a hatch and throw the trash in. It's a great way to get rid of bad smells and waste at home. But that's not all, since the company offers tunnels that can be used to send laundry to the laundry room or food scraps to compost bins. Overall, that's a versatile solution. EcoJet. With devices from Sotheby, you can cool down in any corner of the backyard. Moreover, you can cool more than just yourself. Depending on the version, EcoJet can lower the temperature in an area of 800, 1,500, or even 2,800 square feet. Seems a bit too powerful for an ordinary fan, right? And this is where the main feature comes in. We're looking at the hybrid device that not only transfers warm air from one spot to another, but also disperses water droplets. These droplets absorb the heat, causing the temperature to lower over such vast areas. You can cool yourself and the whole surrounding area for a different price, which depends on the power. You need to pay $1,748 for a device with the smallest cooling area and $2,349 for the most powerful one. Dirt Locker. If there's a slope on the property, you can use this system to protect it from erosion. The number of rows depends on the area you need to secure, but you can be sure that the installation doesn't take much effort or time. After installing the system, you need to fill each cell with soil and plant vegetation, and it's important to understand that ideally 70% of the system should be planted. When in this state, it deals with erosion in the best way. The water that causes this dangerous natural phenomenon gradually flows lower and lower through the layers, preventing it from pooling and causing soil damage. By spending between $91 and $162 for a set, depending on the sizes, you not only protect and enhance your property, but also help the environment a bit. The company plants 10 trees for every order. Draftbooster. In every fourth house with a wood stove, there are issues with starting the fire and smoke in the room. How can they be solved? Get something like this. This is a chimney unit with an integrated fan. It's a basic solution that serves a vital purpose, ensuring an adequate supply of air for combustion. As a result, it makes starting the stove easier and eliminates the need to open windows to avoid suffocation. According to the company, mounting the unit's a task that can be easily done by yourself. Place it on a brick or steel chimney with a diameter of no more than 9 inches, then connect the wire and it's ready. After this, the unit can be used with a remote control. By the way, smoke exhaust won't be an issue in case of a power outage. The resistance in the fan is so low that it'll simply function as an extension of the chimney. FWD. Frontline Wildlife Defense clearly gets the technologies essential, so they created a smart wildfire sprinkler system. If a fire appears within a 7-mile radius of the house, the system's brains detect it and send a notification to the user through a special app. A 10-minute countdown timer starts, after which the system can be turned on or deactivated remotely. If no action is taken, the protection will activate itself after 10 minutes. On top of that, the system sprays not just water, but firefighting foam that's 5 times more effective. Class A. And of course, the foam extinguishes fires even if the power goes out during the fire. There's a backup battery for that. X2 Master. Washing dishes by hand is tough. A dishwasher is slow. So in this situation, the only option left is to set up a huge machine like this at home. Placing the dishes under the X2 Master, the user needs to activate the system and the machine will lower itself. In a short amount of time, with water heated between 95 and 185 degrees Fahrenheit, it cleans up to 18 dinner plates, up to 12 soup bowls, 25 glasses, plus some pots, pans, and other dishes. To wash certain dishes most effectively, the X2 Master has 2 modes, high pressure and low pressure. The first one minimizes the need for scrubbing, soaking, and pre-washing pots, pans, and other cooking containers. The second mode is needed for washing plates, cups, and utensils. Slid'UP. These shutters open with the push of a button and close the same way. It's not exactly a must-have solution since manually operating shutters isn't a problem. However, nowadays people prefer to do everything without moving from their spot, so this solution is definitely relevant. Now let's talk about how it all works. Slid'UP equips their shutters with motorized hinges that can be operated remotely. The mechanisms are made to be as discreet as possible, and during installation, the company focuses on ensuring that the exterior remains unchanged by this practical solution. EcoBloc Maxx. No one would like to see their property turn into a lake after a heavy downpour. That's why we just need to set up these blocks and continue with our lives undisturbed. The toughest part of the installation is digging a hole big enough. After that, it's basically just putting together a set of building blocks. Each module weighs only 20 pounds, making it easy to carry and connect with other modules. The benefit of the system is that when there's heavy rain, water doesn't pool up like it does with regular drains, but instead seeps through the modules. It then slowly drains out through the outlets or absorbs into the soil, preventing it from gathering and forming a large puddle. MS-12. To fully appreciate all the benefits of this device, it first needs to be assembled. But there's nothing to worry about, it's all quite simple. so it'll only take a small amount of time. Judging by the company's video, you won't even need to spend precious minutes opening the manual. The final step will be charging the built-in 19,200 mAh battery, and then you can head out to the backyard without any thoughts of rushing back to the air conditioner. When connected to a continuous water source, a turbo device can spray cooling water particles into the air for up to 9 hours. Without a continuous water source, it can operate for 1.5 to 2 hours using a 3-gallon reservoir. If there's no water at all, it can provide 50 hours of regular fan airflow. AquaClean Plus. Thanks to this solution, you can treat wastewater right on your property, more precisely, under your property, because the AquaClean Plus system's located underground. This makes installation quite a challenging task, but in the end, it's a big step towards autonomy. Cleaning inside the system is carried out using hybrid technology that blends active sludge and a pseudo-fluidized layer. Moreover, all this happens without extra smells thanks to aeration, quieter than similar systems, and with automation capabilities. The creators boast that the device is also economical when it comes to power usage. This is bound to please potential customers who will have to shell out $2,840. XTEND. The bathtub by Karina Dushchi Design Studio has a special feature. It easily unfolds into a usable shape from a 15-pound, 0.3-inch thick plate. In short, it's perfect for fans of mobility and people living in compact spaces. For those who enjoy a comfortable bath, it's also great. It comes with a fabric inlet. In general, that's it. There aren't any more useful features for home use. However, there's something that'll excite those who really love unusual items. The bathtub is crafted from carbon fiber using high-pressure water jet cutting technology. As Karina Dushchi says, XTEND reimagines the conventional concept of a bathtub. However, it's a pity that the creators don't actually sell their creation. Fan gates. Companies rarely manage to create a solution that combines both aesthetics and functionality. That's exactly what these gates you see on the screen are about. Every one of these solutions is all about aesthetics, with the gates looking nice in both open and closed positions. Plus, there's something especially satisfying about watching the change from one state to the other. It's simply captivating. This functionality is especially attractive to those looking to save space. In the folded state, the gates don't take up much room, so they don't take away space from the owner for placing items that wouldn't fit with traditional versions. FlameBlock. Check it out. One house burns all the way to the frame, while the other one just has a tiny trace left after the fire test. It's all thanks to the siding from LP. To uncover the secret of FlameBlock's fire resistance, we need to look into how it's built. The company mixes wood fibers with wax and resin, then a non-combustible fiberglass reinforced coating is added. As a result, according to the company's tests, such panels alone withstand 30 minutes of fire exposure. But that's not all, as the company also has roofing decks. In combination with FlameBlock, they can endure 1 or even 2 hours of fire. However, making walls only out of these panels is not only not very aesthetic, but also foolish. Besides the fact that this solution won't make the house comfortable, it also keeps heat much worse without using other materials. Aerosofa. If you've ever wondered what versatility and mobility combined in one object look like, the answer's right in front of you. Mobility is expressed in the ability of this object to inflate, or rather to inflate quickly, with the entire process taking 4.5 minutes. In the end, you get a sofa. Or is it a sofa bed? Or perhaps just a bed. This demonstrates versatility. A piece of furniture can be any of these depending on how you properly combine various parts with the base. The sofa is made of polyester and PVC using multi-point stitching technology, allowing it to support up to 660 pounds, be resistant to moisture, and comfortably soft. The cost of the sofa is only $200. Why only? Just imagine how much furniture one could replace inside the house and in the backyard with such a choice. It can even act as a pool float. Airsled. You can easily move a refrigerator, washing machine, oven, couch, and more on your own with Airsled's solution. It uses a low-pressure air cushion that inflates under the object along with various company-provided accessories. Depending on the weight of the load, different systems are needed, which vary in type, functionality, and of course price. For instance, there are solutions for transporting 440-pound weights priced at $530. There's an option for loads weighing 950 pounds, which costs $860. Well, you can easily move everything that's in the house. And if the object is heavier, that's no problem either. For nearly $3,000 from Airsled, you can buy a solution that allows you to move loads weighing up to 4,200 pounds. Powafree. $1,140. That's exactly how much you need to pay to turn your balcony into a place that cuts down on your utility bills. For this price, Big Blue will provide 2 solar panels with a maximum power of 200 watts each, which are installed outside the balcony railing or attached to a protective screen, as well as a battery pack with a total capacity of 2,560 watt-hours. The last element of the system is a controller with microinverters, which has the necessary level of protection for installation on the balcony and performs the crucial task of managing the distribution of energy generated by the panels. Of course, all this can be controlled and managed by the user through a special smartphone app. KitchenBox. If you don't want or can't install a full kitchen in your backyard, you can use a solution that's used for camping. It's fair to note that the tent box cooking box isn't much different from a typical outdoor kitchen. There's a stove, chairs, a table, kitchen utensils, a cutting board, and even a windshield that sometimes isn't included with full-size setups. Additionally, there are various accessories like spice containers, a spatula, and a universal cookware set with a detachable handle and lid. In terms of strength, the tent box kitchen falls short compared to traditional ones, but it's doubtful that anything will happen to it since it's originally made for harsh outdoor conditions. And it's all in a box that's easy to move, something you often can't do with conventional kitchens. It's all priced at $628, which is just a bargain compared to full-scale options. Roof cover. If a storm hits or hail is falling from the sky, this type of roofing will protect you in any of these cases, as well as in many other dangerous situations for your home. In just 30 minutes, the posts are put up, and then the sheet is firmly attached to them, which won't let anything through that the homeowner wouldn't want to see on their roof or underneath it. The house is protected, and the owner is pleased that another roof has been added on top. SolarisKit. With this device, you can heat the water without the use of electricity. The heating process happens as water runs through a tube in a pyramid-shaped device, gradually warming up from sunlight. Afterward, the fluid returns to the pool or wherever it was initially located. This way, hot water can be produced even in not particularly sunny locations. This became clear after tests in which the heat exchanger inside the pyramid heated up to 176 degrees Fahrenheit, while the surroundings were only 39. Another advantage of this solution is that it looks nice, which is way better than the alternatives that can ruin the exterior of any home. Ensven. Insomnia and poor sleep quality are a huge and very serious problem that can be solved by returning to infancy. No, not with a time machine. Ensven Company has created a system that rocks the bed. The bed legs are placed on special platforms, each of which supports up to 440 pounds and moves like a cradle. Moreover, Ensven's invention comes with an addition. Users can independently set the duration and intensity of rocking using a wired unit or voice commands. Users will also appreciate the system's efficiency, which rocks with 2 units only, making the rest move along with them. This device to improve sleep can be purchased for $660. Whether that's a lot or a little is for you to decide. But one thing is certain, good sleep is worth it. Ultra Slim. Here's an air conditioner from Hisense that lets you set up a comfortable environment in any room without any construction work or other stuff that many people don't like. The air conditioner is easy to move and connects to the window with the hose, which takes just a few minutes. The air conditioner switches on using the remote control or through the panel on the unit and actively adjusts the temperature in the room. Keep in mind, we're talking about a standard air conditioner with one hose. There's a more advanced model that has 2 hoses, letting the air conditioner handle areas up to 550 square feet. BioMat. Building a pavilion in the backyard is just like manually opening shutters. Not too difficult a job. However, even here, things can be made a lot easier. There are no mechanisms, no high-tech stuff either. We're looking at a student project inspired by biology. There are single-celled algae that are fixed vertically, and their spines act like barriers, and thanks to their shape, prevent horizontal movement. Just like with algae, the geometry of the wooden shutters doesn't allow for any shifting. Everything stays secure and assembles and disassembles quickly. Besides, algae don't use bolts, screws, and other fasteners, so neither does the project. For now, it's unlikely that such a structure can be built on your own. However, it's quite possible that a similar solution could end up in the backyard of every homeowner. EzBlocks. Block by block with no additional fastenings or complicated work, and soon a complete building emerges. No, this isn't a solution that accidentally ended up here from a video about quick build homes. The thing is, these blocks are made from cross-laminated timber, which is known for its great protective qualities and handles weather, fire, and other types of damage well. Moreover, each block is a hollow object, so it can be additionally reinforced. What with? That's up to the user. If someone also needs protection from firearms, the blocks are reinforced with soil and gravel. According to the company, these 2 basic materials can endure over 100 bullets shot in a small area without any bullets penetrating through to the other side. InSinkErator. Anyone who's ever dealt with a clogged sink will wonder why they didn't find this solution sooner upon seeing it. The device includes a unit installed beneath the sink that processes solid food waste by grinding it, then rinsing the waste away with water into the drain pipe. The manufacturer is especially proud of the induction motor used in the disposals. It can handle all types of food waste with ease. The downsides of the clog remover include additional electricity costs of about 3 to 4 kilowatt hours per year. Moreover, it requires water to wash away the residues, about 0.8 gallons per day. It'll also need maintenance. However, these drawbacks are not as significant compared to the benefit of avoiding the major costs of cleaning the pipes with such a system under the sink. Irrigreen. The company Irrigreen demonstrates perfectly what it means to water plants in a smart way. The system has a controller that connects to sprinklers and the user's mobile device, allowing for setting watering schedules, monitoring, and receiving notifications to optimize lawn care. The watering schedule can even adjust automatically based on the weather forecast. You can assemble the system yourself, for which you'll need to purchase the necessary number of sprinklers priced from $278 to $368, a controller unit for $1,500, as well as wires and pipes. You can also use ready-made kits from Irrigreen, which cover an area from 2,000 to 12,000 square feet and cost from $1,950 to $3,660. EC. Getting rid of minor flooding, pumping clean or used water, these are tasks that little giant pumps can handle. It's interesting that this pump consumes less electricity compared to similar models because it has motors with a permanent split capacitor. On top of that, water will be moved quickly as the pump's capacity is 53 gallons per minute. When you're doing the tasks, you don't have to worry about the integrity of the pump. First of all, it's not that expensive at $170, and secondly, you'd have to really try to damage a device made of cast iron. Eglu Pro. Omelette says their products will make you wonder, why hasn't it always been this way? You can definitely agree. At least this chicken coop really makes you think that. 10 chickens live inside, fully protected from predators, as their claws and beaks are unlikely to handle the sturdy structure of the building. If you need the chickens to be able to walk around safely, the company suggests installing a steel mesh of suitable sizes. Of course, besides the chickens, there's also their owner. Omelette made sure to take care of them too. There's a pull-out nesting tray, pull-out droppings trays, and easy access to all the other internal elements. Plus, the entire structure has a surface that's easy to clean. The cost of the simplest chicken coop without any extras is $1,777. With a 13-foot mesh and an advanced door, the price goes up to $2,603. Flood barriers. You can protect your home from flooding with inflatable items, for instance with this tube called Serpent. The most important thing is that this solution inflates and deflates quickly. No need to explain why, just connect the pump and the solution inflates and in just a few seconds is ready to shield your house from the water flow. The next type of barrier is a bit more complicated to set up because it doesn't inflate. To protect a large area, you need to carry and connect each piece individually. But in this case, the user can be sure that a sharp object carried by the current won't destroy the entire barrier at once. Basically, there are numerous solutions for protecting a house from water flows, but you need to select based on different circumstances. Terminal Plus. This is how you can quickly arrange a separate room or any other limited space at home in just a couple of dozen minutes. The high speed is due to the gypsum board each module is made from. Thanks to this, one person can handle small wall panels, whereas larger ones can be carried by two people without difficulty. It's not just about the material. The rapid construction of rooms wouldn't be possible if the manufacturing company hadn't designed a simple fastening system. The modules are literally connected to each other in a couple of steps without the need for any complex tools. Yes, a wall like that definitely isn't meant for the outdoors, and indoors it doesn't look like a serious barrier. However, it does what it's supposed to do. With these walls, it's easy to create defined spaces for various purposes. Alpha. You can never have too many robots, and here's a whole team of metallic workers designed by Yagoli to wash cars. Being the most coordinated team of car washers, they drive around the car and do the washing, continually adjusting the brush angle based on the information they get from machine vision. A group of 6 robots can clean a car in 55 seconds. If for some reason one or more robot washers are missing, the remaining ones will pick up their tasks. Moreover, if there's only one robot, it'll confidently handle the workload of all its colleagues. Ugoli robotic washers are also low maintenance. They can work in winter conditions due to antifreeze protection. Froli. The system from Froli is designed to improve people's quality of life thanks to its unusual design, which is quite different from the alternatives harmful to the body. Each model of the sleep system consists of a base that's assembled like a toy, very simple and quick. In most Froli sleep system models, 3 rigid zones are formed from separate parts. There are soft spring elements that let the sensitive shoulder area sink into the mattress. The main elements have an optimal level of firmness for the rest of the body. When needed, you can increase the firmness of certain zones using red tension crosspieces, which attach to the pre-installed spring elements. To purchase a solution from Froli, you need to spend from $173 to $373, depending on the system size and the weight it can support. Pit Boss. This smoker from Pit Boss is totally up to date with current needs. By setting up one of these solutions in the backyard, you can take your phone and set the desired temperature as well as the timer for turning it on and off. Some models even have a control panel on the body, so users have 2 options for adjusting the smoker's settings right away. Sadly, one thing doesn't change: the device won't cook food without human assistance. However, Pit Boss has also made strides here. Every model has a big viewing window so you can keep an eye on things. It also includes adjustable vents, handy fuel trays, and more. And yeah, the makers let you go wild with the selection. There are gadgets starting at $200 and going up to $800, and in between there are tons of different options. Hurricane shutters. Have you ever seen stores close up with those kinds of shutters? It's great protection against people who might want to steal stuff, so why not use similar solutions to protect a house? One press of a button and windows, doors, or everything together is secured with metal barriers. You can also choose manual control. This helps you protect your home even if there's no electricity. There's another option, combined shutters, which are usually controlled by a remote, but can be opened and closed manually if needed. In general, when it comes to control, we're talking maximum flexibility. By the way, the security system won't just fend off intruders, it can also act as an impenetrable barrier against objects blown around by stormy weather. Pyramid. This device has a rather unusual appearance and an even more unusual purpose: heating. The fire behind the steel frame is not animation but burning propane, which provides a heating range with a diameter of 15 feet and a 360-degree radius around the device. It's important that the new garden heater can handle strong winds without a problem, thanks to its 48-pound weight. If it topples over, there's no cause for concern. The fuel supply will cut off automatically. Moreover, being made of aluminum, the heater is immune to corrosion and reasonable physical damage. You'll need to pay $233 for the device, and you won't have to worry about additional costs for maintenance. However, there will still be expenses because propane cylinders won't refill themselves. Mosquito Sniper. Thanks to Powafree, you can transform an air blower into an insecticide sprayer, making insect control more effective. The Mosquito Sniper is a kit that includes a nozzle fitting all air blowers, a couple of hoses to connect to a tank, which can be any existing sprayer tank. Also, there's a strap and a stainless steel clamp with a key. All of these components easily connect and you're ready to spray insect repellent immediately. And yes, this solution costs just $60. Moreover, for this money, the air blower can be transformed not only into a means for spraying insecticides, but also into a device for any tasks where spraying is needed. Shade Sails. The founder of Shade Sails Canada is Bryden Rowe. His whole life has been closely connected to traditional sails. Obviously, that's what led him to decide to move them from the water to the land. The company's ground sails have 3 attachment points. If that's not enough, there are models with 4 points. Additionally, the range includes sails of various sizes. There's a quadrilateral sail measuring 18 by 18 feet, and the largest triangular sail measures 18 by 18 by 25 feet. There's good news for those needing custom solutions. The company can make a sail with any dimensions on request. Now let's take a look at this video. Yes, the sails withstand even such weather conditions, so it's no wonder that you have to pay a pretty penny for the sails. The largest triangular sail will cost $667, and the quadrilateral one, $1,015. Blue Whale Spa. Dirt, insects, and even pets are always trying to get into an open water source like a hot tub or a pool, but with this solution, nothing unwanted will get inside. Blue Whale Spa covers won't let anything or anyone in the water besides an adult. They're easy to open, one part folds over the other without any trouble, and then it hangs on the side of the bathtub. By the way, the designers say this folding design helps prevent damage and keeps things clean. The only problem is that the company doesn't say whether their solution is compatible with competitors' hot tubs, so you need to find out everything before buying to make sure $252 aren't spent in vain. Danrec. Whether you're building on a property, setting up a temporary access route, or laying down a permanent pathway, in all these cases, the soil can be protected with Danrec solutions. They're perfect for those who don't want to deal with complicated construction. The lightweight and easy-to-assemble panels allow you to build soil protection quickly and without special tools. However, you might still need some tools if you need to make changes to the mat. That won't be difficult for users too, since the mats are made of plastic, which is easy to cut, saw, screw, and weld. Also, the plastic is 100% recycled, so by purchasing these panels, homeowners not only protect their soil from harmful effects, but also contribute to environmental conservation. Midea DUO. This is probably the dream of people who want their air conditioner to be with them wherever they go. Certainly the Midea device won't move on its own. It's not that advanced, so you'll have to lug around 73 pounds. On top of that, it needs various connections to function properly. But for many, this isn't an issue at all, as installation only takes a few minutes. Apart from its mobility, Midea boasts that their device offers cooling power twice as strong as competitors. The air conditioner uses a single hose for intake and exhaust and can be controlled via a smartphone app or voice assistant. Additionally, it operates at just 42 decibels, making it remarkably quiet. The cost is around $600, which can't be considered high for a device that'll effectively control the temperature in any room. Powafree. Powafree offers a product to protect your property from both mosquitoes and birds. In this case, it's a much more technological solution. It simulates the sounds of natural bird predators or broadcasts white noise to deter birds that might damage objects or plants on the premises. And all of this is done completely automatically. All you need to do is program it. Don't assume that the device won't scare birds away, but will bring the police instead, as annoyed neighbors could call them due to the irritating noise. The system from Powafree generates a narrow beam of sound, so birds hear it, but people don't. Basto Pro. First, you set up the base, and then you place a post with a fabric size of 13 by 13 feet or 16 by 16 feet into it. After that, everything has to be secured. A couple more steps and it's all set. Solero has made it easy to create a sun and rain shelter in your backyard. The parasol is protected from fading since it's made of special fabric. However, it's not just the fabric that makes it special. The frame is also an example of durability because it's made of aluminum. Strong wind or impacts will, if anything, damage the parasol, but clearly not to the point where it's completely unusable. The cost of a sustainable sun protection solution starts at $2,380. The maximum cost is unknown, but obviously the lowest price will get you a parasol with dimensions of 13 by 13 feet without any extras. Brio base. For $175, you can put this thing under your fire pit. And it's not just for looks. The Brio stand protects surfaces. It's made of stainless steel and doesn't have any complicated parts. It's just a block that needs to be placed where you're planning to set up a fire pit. The surface can be any type. According to the company's website, the base offers protection for natural stone, concrete, wood, composite materials, asphalt, wood chips, and a lot more. By the way, even though hardly anyone will use the stand for decoration, it has a pretty nice look that definitely won't ruin the exterior. Champion LP. A small shelter inside the house will give the homeowner a way to hide from all the threats that one can imagine. Storms, hurricanes, tornadoes, fires, and even robbers or other criminals won't stand a chance against the steel these shelters are made from. So you can safely use such rooms to store your most valuable things or as a bunker to save your life. When there's a need for extra reliability, the creators of these solutions aren't shy about adding more features. For instance, they install double locks, reinforced hinges, secondary steel ribs, and much more. But you'll need to fork out more money. Regular small home bunkers can cost between $3,000 and $6,000, and with upgrades, their costs can increase significantly. ProShade. Here's something that'll save you from the heat on a scorching day. The umbrella base can be filled with sand, water, or wet sand for extra stability, so there's no need to embed the umbrella into the surface. Umbrellas are easy to set up, ensuring a stress-free start to your leisure time. Meanwhile, leisure time won't be clouded by concerns about the umbrella fading or staining. It's all because it was dyed with a 100% acrylic solution. The frame is made of aluminum, so there's hardly any need to worry about it either. It's worth saying a few words about the managing an umbrella. It's done very easily because umbrellas effortlessly rotate 360 degrees and allow you to adjust the tilt angle. The manufacturing company even added illumination to certain models. By the way, such an umbrella costs $1,200. Overall, the price can reach $1,700 for the most advanced version. Avatar. Avant-garde Innovations with their wind turbines offers a way to make your home more self-sufficient. There are several options to choose from that differ in power and the wind speed required to start. The smallest turbine has a power of 1 kilowatt and starts operating at a wind speed of 3.1 miles per hour, while the largest model has a power of 5 kilowatts and begins working when the wind reaches a speed of 4.5 miles per hour. The coolest thing is that the turbines are relatively lightweight. The small one is 159 pounds and the large one is 220 pounds. Because of this, the homeowner will easily transport and install the windmill, providing themselves with green wind energy. FGHV Galleria. Quickly changing a window into a balcony seems like something incredible, but thankfully, it's totally real thanks to FACRO. First, the top sash opens upward, a window like any other. Nothing surprising or extraordinary. But then when the bottom sash starts moving, a balcony suddenly appears, complete with a railing for safety. The perks of the balcony window don't end there. The upper and lower sashes are equipped with a protective double-glazed unit and also have high sound and heat insulation. The frame is made from multi-layered pine with vacuum impregnation and coated with acrylic varnish. For security, there's an enhanced anti-burglary system called TopSafe. Plus, there's an automatic air intake system. Pool lock. You can protect not just hot tubs from unwanted guests, but also pools. You can do this with Pool Lock's protection. Cover mechanisms can be placed in both visible blocks and hidden spots, such as at the bottom of a pool or underground. Basically, every user can choose a solution that fits their specific needs. You can also choose how to control the cover. There are options for manual opening and closing. Some solutions are activated by turning a key in a separate block. And there are models that are controlled in the easiest way with a remote. There's not much to say about the protective features, but that's not necessary because the company's solutions confidently deal with the main task of setting up a barrier against insects and dirt. Spikes. Anyone who decides to trespass on someone else's property will be in for a big surprise when they suddenly feel the spikes with their hands. Chances are the moment the criminal touches it, they'll lose all desire to go any further and make a run for it. Doesn't matter what the owner decided to install spikes, plastic or metal, either way the intruder's in for a nasty surprise. But they'll be luckier if they run into the plastic ones, as they'll get fewer injuries. By the way, spikes are so easy to install that you can even make a unique trap with them to scare off any intruder who's trespassed on your property even more. Arctic. This is the perfect spot for barbecue enthusiasts, no doubt. Inside, everything's perfectly set up for this type of entertainment. There's a grill in the center, surrounded by a table and comfortable seating for guests, along with other amenities. Moreover, the number of invited guests can vary, as the company offers cabins ranging from 75 to 258 square feet. In any case, each guest will be well shielded from nature's whims and concerns about the cabin's durability. The cabins are made from Scandinavian wood. If you're unfamiliar with this material, the manufacturer provides a 10-year warranty, a testament to their confidence in their product. Verdi. Electric Sheep calls their creation the first AI landscape designer. It independently creates a workspace map, detects low-lying obstacles, determines its position, and understands a lot overall. All this helps it move on a self-balancing wheeled platform, adjusting the tilt angle, roll, and height while performing tasks. Robot's current tasks include trimming and edging the lawn, blowing away debris, and confidently demonstrating its abilities at exhibitions. However, Electric Sheep envisions Verdi as a robot that can equip various electric tools and work both independently and with teams of human specialists in the future. Sampayan Express. When you don't need to dry clothes, this solution hangs neatly on the wall, not using up valuable space. When clothes are washed, the drying rack slides out, allowing you to get rid of the moisture. Do you think this is perfect for saving space? Yes, but it's not just about that. The Sampayan Express drying rack can be safely placed both indoors and outdoors, as it's made of stainless steel that can handle any weather, whether it's rain or wind. A few words about the installation. The hardest part is finding the drill, the wrench, and reading the manual. If you've done all that, the whole process will take about 6 minutes. AquaCell. These kinds of blocks can be used in the backyard so that during heavy rain you won't have to think about how to pump out huge puddles. But it's not that simple. The blocks have to be buried underground. Overall, a lot of work is needed to install such a system. However, it's definitely worth it. During heavy rain, water spreads evenly through the system created by the blocks and then either soaks into the ground or goes to the drain if you make the right connection. Without such a drainage system, water would just collect on the site. It should be added that after complex earthworks and installation, the system doesn't require frequent maintenance. The plastic handles everything nature can throw at it, and it doesn't interact with water or the surrounding soil. HurriGuard. Here's another solution to protect against hurricanes and anyone trying to break into your home by force: HurriGuard polycarbonate panels. Their installation is as simple as it gets. The panels are 30 to 50% lighter than traditional metal panels, which makes them easier to carry to the site. On top of that, they can be installed without any framing or extra mounting. You just attach them to the window. The protective features are just as good as those of their metal counterparts. According to the manufacturer, they can easily withstand hits from a 9-pound projectile fired from an air cannon and handle air pressure simulating wind speeds of 170 miles per hour. And of course, the panels have no trouble dealing with water or UV exposure. The one drawback is that you can't make them open with the button press, but the panels can simply be taken off the window and there's no danger. So it's something you can overlook. Insole roll. One press of a button and the window or any other opening closes. If for any reason this method of controlling the shades is inconvenient, there are manual alternatives. The shades can be made from various materials. There are options that contain 27% polyester and 73% PVC. There are shades made from acrylic fiber with PVC coating or from polyester with vinyl coating, as well as many other choices, allowing you to find the most suitable option depending on the characteristics you're looking for. No matter which model you select, these shades are designed to withstand sun exposure and moisture. Air hood. This device looks like a stylish speaker, though it generates less excitement, but not for chefs who get a portable range hood. Out in the backyard or in any room of the house where cooking is done, the air hood effectively sucks in smoke. It runs it through an oil filter that catches grease, and then through an activated charcoal filter that deals with removing solid particles. After a brief journey, the filtered air is blown out through a diffuser in the back. The oil filter can be washed by hand or in a dishwasher, and charcoal filters need to be replaced after 120 hours of use. So you'll have to pay extra for spare filters. The device itself will cost $150 or $120, which can be either wireless or wired. New age. You can raise the temperature in a garage with regular heaters, but in spaces like these, there's usually not much room. So the best option would be a solution from New Age products. Space-saving products like this heater are mounted on the wall. This type of product allows you to place useful items underneath it. It's especially effective to put the heater above the workbench since with its 1500 watt power, you'll complete all your tasks without worrying about the garage being cold. And if it gets too warm, there are 3 quick power settings and 30 precise temperature levels. You won't have to worry about the device's integrity because it has water protection and a built-in shutdown feature to prevent overheating. You can set up comfortable conditions for working in the garage for just $100. Forest Master. Wood shredder, garden shredder, mulcher, all this is in one device that costs $523. You can throw any wood with a diameter up to 2 inches inside, after which a 4 horsepower or 2800 watt electric motor and double reversible blades get to work. In the end, the waste turns into useful mulch. Moreover, due to the special design of the grinding elements, according to the creators, the device needs maintenance half as often. However, even without this, the maintenance is not complicated. The shredder has a hinged design for the hopper and chute, so access to the insides is easy. Survive a storm. You need to pay $3,995 and you'll get a pod in which, according to Survive a Storm, you can take shelter even from the strongest tornadoes with wind speeds over 250 miles per hour. This kind of serious robustness comes from the fact that it's just a hefty steel cylinder that's secured to the surface with really tough anchor bolts. Basically, it's a handy block of metal that'll guard you against the wind and anything that gets thrown around in a hurricane. What about comfort inside the pod? You probably won't find it there because the bunker's too small. However, there's ventilation so you can stay in the shelter for a long time. Agorafocus. Such a fireplace is an excellent choice for those who value aesthetics. It combines a well-known operating principle with a modern, stylish design, effortlessly blending into any home. It's interesting that this type of fireplace isn't installed on the floor like usual, but rather it's suspended. The body's predominantly made of glass, allowing any admirer of beauty to enjoy the flames while staying safe as there's no open fire. Also, the fireplace takes up very little space. It features a slim pipe and has a diameter of 25 inches. This solution comes with a hefty price tag, $19,300. Shipping costs are not included. Retrofit. Escaping from upper floors during a fire is a challenging task, which is why Rescue Ready has designed a ladder that significantly simplifies the evacuation process. It's placed right under the window and requires no wall cutting for installation. When needed, the user snaps off a piece of molded plastic that replaces the wooden trim and then throws out the ladder compactly folded from the window. The ladder consists of aluminum rungs with non-slip coating and nylon webbing holding up to 750 pounds with a maximum length of 13 feet when fully extended. The price of the ladder is $300. This includes the option with the closing block. If you don't need it, you can pay $200 and the ladder will hang under the window permanently open. Iris. Here's a solution for drying shoes. It helps save useful space in the house. And no, the company Iris didn't make it foldable, but simply miniaturized it. With dimensions of 5 by 4 by 12 inches, the device can be placed almost anywhere and is also easy to move to any available spot. When it's time to dry, it turns out that there are 2 hoses hidden inside that can be plugged into either one pair of shoes or 2. Also, there's a kickstand that can be used if needed. Apart from that, the $90 shoe dryer has various adjustable modes and temperature settings built in to suit any drying needs. Scandit 5. What can you spend $15,000 on? Well, a lot of things. But if you really want to relax in your backyard, there's an option right in front of you. A sauna made from Scandinavian spruce with full exterior insulation and a great view from the inside clearly shows why it costs so much money. But that's not all. Let's take a look inside. The walls and floor are made of thermowood, while the ceiling and benches are made of aspen. There's LED lighting, Bluetooth speakers, premium accessories, and most importantly, either an electric or wood-burning stove, depending on the version. All in all, this makes the sauna not just an expensive and useless decoration, but a place where you can thoroughly warm up in complete comfort. TrueGrid. If you have a lot of mud on your site with ruts and soil prone to erosion, take one 11-pound module and lay it down in the necessary place. Take the second one, do the same, and connect them to each other. Keep doing this until the area affected by negative changes is completely covered. True grid pavers will stabilize the surface and still allow rainwater to pass through. What's interesting is that they can be planted with plants, but that's more about looks than protection. The company's pavers are made from low-density polyethylene, so they can handle any equipment that can drive on them, and definitely any person. High stability of the company's solutions is also greatly supported by X-shaped anchors, circular elements, and flexible links on each panel that help them expand and contract depending on the conditions. For a set that covers 71 square feet, the company's asking $208. For a more advanced option, $175, but it only covers 40 square feet.